Welcome. This is Grammy Queen, and if you're joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we get excited about love. This is where we ignite that which dwells from within us, that which comes alive, makes us smile, makes us laugh. Hence, we say the crimson light is life. And I just had this thought about makes us happy, and it would be interesting to see what happy would come to in numerology. So I'll just go with the flow. So happy, Happy. Oh, Pharrell, my boyfriend, he done this. Happy, happy. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so then that's 81777. We have three sevens in happy. It's no wonder we're so happy. Three sevens, 21. Three sevens are 21. 2 and 1 becomes 3. Now, 3 is that number that denotes freedom. 3 is that number that you can put upside down. It can be a W, it could be a 1. It could, well, I suppose it stems from the 1 anyway. It's a W, it's an M, it's a 3, it's a B, because that's the B we've been going on. That's the B we've been going on about. So 3, hence 3 is so creative. And now I am beginning to capture the essence of, in Christianity, if you like, the Trinity, the power of that 3. And, this is what I just love. It's like I am seeing something now. I am able to understand the power or significance in an angle, because we see triangles around and we think, oh, that's spooky, but there's the Trinity lies right in there. So 3, yes, 3 sevens, because we are 7. We are 6 days of creation and 1 day of rest. So we are, and if there's the Trinity, of course, so there. I want to be happy, of course. Okay, so already we have 3 sevens, and then we have 1 and 8. So it's 3 sevens. There are lots of words, but I really wanted to still keep those words on so I don't have to go through them again, because I do want to have a presentation on them. Okay, so we have happy. Now it's that A that keeps popping up as well. Well, lots of things pop up, and perhaps it's what I'm focused on, but I am focused on understanding the secret of the numerical values of the letters, what they hold, how they are formed, at what point was it in our existence. I don't know if I'm ever going to discover that, but at what point in our existence did they have like an ice tray that just captured, the pattern of the energy when it was just floating in the air, because it's an invisible thing. Now I can see it really is an invisible thing. It's that kind of force responsible for you walking across the road and instantaneously heads turn, you had no idea, perhaps our peripheral vision picks up things miles and miles away. Well, that's what I would say. But it happens, and for many years I had been wondering, what is responsible for such a reaction? You turn and you have no doubt that that person turned at the same time you did. The heads turned at the same time, and you have no doubt that you smile at each other at the very same time. Of course, depending on what scale I'm using, because now they've got scales of measuring millisecond of a second. So but in my understanding, this is what I would be really wanting to know. Well, now I know it's an invisible vibration. The vibration is invisible, and that's what attracts. There is something with that individual that resonates with something within me. Now, so guys, happy. I'm wanting to do these these lovely words by themselves, because why not like have happy just by itself? And it would be nice to see how happy really came under the word sacrifice. I can't see, apart from a sack of rice, if people like rice that much. So we have Scarface wouldn't be there, would it? In this, hey, Scarface, Scarface. These are words that we have derived from the word sacrifice. Sacrifice is our main template. Of course, we have had revelation, water, intuition. We have, but the main two things that we are looking at is really revelation and sacrifice. And because revelation is really telling us so much. So happy. There is not a P in the sacrifice. There is not H. Well, there is A. Now, if A is the only letter from happy in sacrifice, which happens to be the second letter, now this is what you call an aha moment. Just to look at this. So it's the second letter here. It's also the second. I need to do this in contrast so you can really see this, because this is just so delicious. This is happy. This is happy. And we have 77718. This is it. Let's circle happy. So we have A. There is no H in sacrifice. Of course, it wouldn't be sacrifice. But we have the only letter is A. Now that A has been what has been responsible for the acres of land that God promised Abraham, hence A and acres and cases. Of course, today there is just so much confusion. Of course, it really makes you wonder why cases should really be a word. This is case here, right here. This is case, a word from the word sacrifice. Was there something about this event that was so strategic that, of course, the mere fact that God would have made promise to Abraham to have as much land as his eyes can see, never mind who else was around wanting the same land. Well, Abraham was a fair man. I think there was something about splitting land with his brother and, giving his brother the first choice or something to that effect. But this sacrifice, it makes me wonder. It's as if there is an inclination. Of course, if you think of sacrifice, zoop, your brain goes on, what am I going to sacrifice for what? There is an element of lack, should we say? Because it's like saying you don't have enough, and so you have to forfeit, if that's the word. You have to abandon. You have to invest. I'm not even so sure that people see it as invest. They see it as a loss first, as a lack, or as a sack. Well, there's the word sack here as well. As an empty, perhaps they see it as an empty sack. S-A-C. And that they feel that, they have to make these sacrifices to get what they want. So here we are. Now, where does everything come from? The land was the first thing given, remember? So thy seed, so the land. Now, I know now that the land is here, the body. I know that the land is internal, because everything really, and I hope I get the opportunity to be able to show this, and I know other people are doing so as well in all different ways, but we are the land. Hence it is said, from the dust you were made, from to the dust you shall return. So this is the thing that really gets me thinking. There are so many, it's like right now, so much to really, you know, go over. It's as if we're cleaning our homes right now. We are saying, this and that does not serve me anymore, you know. And really, let's try and just say, okay, mindfully, what is it that serves us? What serves me? What the me now? Remember, me is number 9, which takes us to sacrifice in the number of words, not the numerical value, the number of words. Oh, sorry, letters, I should say. So it's 9 letters and it goes from 4 to 6. Now, 4 to 6, there's the thing, the T again. 4 to 6. In fact, this is really interesting. I just had an aha. But this is what we're talking about with these aha moments. Let's stick to this. So we see here, this is an A. If this A were to come to be here, we know it's an aha. And what do we do when we laugh? Ha ha ha. So this is really a very interesting point, that there's a degree of reflection of aha in sacrifice, which means that we are going to get to the bottom of sacrifice, all in good time. And let's keep on moving, really. Like they say, keep keeping on, or keep on keeping on. All right, I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you have found it at least to some degree enlightening or fun. So in the meantime, of course, if you like this presentation, click the like button. Feel free to share your comments, your views, and subscribe and share, because this is how we do it. We share to actualizing self-full love. Okay, stay blissful or be filled. Now that filled could be FILLED or FIELD. Now I like the fields because we're talking about land, and so we can be planting new seeds in our land. Okay, so be filled and be bright and stay ignited. Namaste. And spill over with love.